I'll introduce you. Okay, hello everybody. We are here with Monica of Cast and Handcrafted to talk about her class coming up June 8th and 9th. It is the Leather Louis, and we are super excited. Monica has already purchased the leather and the lining fabrics for all of our bags. She's even printed out the pattern in cardstock and the instructions. Like, she's ahead of the game, which isn't surprising, but it's exciting.
I mean, it's surprising. But I did it in that one day that you were like, hey, well, I did it on the deadline. It was the day of.
That's perfect. That's why there's a deadline, because
I
that's
know.
the day
So I
we
was
do.
like, oh, I'm good. I did everything.
Yeah, I love that. So during this class, everything is included. We have lunch that day also included. So you're going to have your hardware, your fabric, the pattern, everything. So you just need to show up. We even have cutting tools here for you. We're also going to have a skiver in the house, which is super exciting. So the way it's going to work is on day one, you're going to be cutting out your pattern, kind of going over options for it. You could even cut out more than one because there is a ton of time.
Yeah. And they're quick to make.
Yeah, they're very quick, but we also wanted it to be a quick project because it's so in depth with leather. So if you're new to leather and you want to play more with the skiving machine, like, you have tons of time. You don't have to feel rushed or like overwhelmed to try and get it done. And I know for me, especially, like, questions kind of naturally come up as I'm working. So to have that extra time to think of those questions and ask is invaluable, truly. So we'll probably honestly be able to start sewing at the end of day one, you think?
Yeah, because it really doesn't take that long to cut out the Louis. We're doing the small one, so.
Yeah. And interfacing, if you need it, is in the room as well. But Monica has said, like, doesn't really, it's structured enough.
Yeah, the leather is good. Yeah, because even I did get like different kind of like variations of the leather, so they're not all the same thickness. That way, like if some people don't want to, use a skiver, I have one that I was able to use in my 1541, but it's a thinner. It's the black one that's in the actual picture.
Oh, perfect.
So it's like a nice soft leather. I don't know anything about ounces or anything, so.
That's fair. I think I have one of those gauges too, but it's always like.
I do have one of those gauges. However, they grow legs and they walk out. I found it in like random place. I found it like in my sunroom, like where the dogs are at.
Yeah.
Because the kids take it. So I'm like.
Of course. So I think basically what it is with the ounces is like the lower the ounce, the thinner.
Yeah, like it's just like the thickness of it. So like it has like a range, just like, whatever millimeters it is this many, like would be like considered this ounce or
Yeah. Perfect.
So yeah. Yeah, and I do have some of the colors.
Oh, yay.
I'm really weird. Like I spend most of my time organizing instead of crafting, apparently, and sewing.
I think it's really nice to know like everything has a place.
Yes.
And that's the exciting part.
That's exactly how I like it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have this. It's like a blue kind of.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Hold on. I don't know where it's going. It's like a blue. It's like a sky blue.
Yeah.
And then I have this black. Hold on. Where is it? Did I not cut out a black? And then I am going to bring like extra scraps, like from my scrap bin from like when I did it to me. I have these colors too.
Oh, those are so pretty.
But I didn't cut out I thought I was prepared. I did not cut out the black myself. Oh wait, no, I did. I lied. No, wait. Is that it? It looks like this. It's pebbled. It's the one that you see in the
picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so pretty. And I'm just excited to get to feel all of the leathers too. I know a lot of people have trouble shopping for leather as well. So I think it'll be fun to kind of go over different places to purchase leather. We have a Tandy leather that's like 35-40 minutes away in St. Louis as well. So.
Oh, and that's where I buy all my leathers. That's where I have this. Wait.
You're like, that's my problem.
Yeah. And how I haven't even used half of these, or I'm like not doing
I get the same way. I'm
like the only time I cut them out while I used it was to cut out these squares. The rest were just sitting in my closet. It smells like a brand new car in there.
I was gonna say, but I feel like leather doesn't necessarily go bad unless it's exposed to like super intense conditions. So like it's
Yeah,
there when you're ready.
unless you sit it out in the sun, you know. But
Yeah.
I have mine in my closet, and then I just go in there and like,
Look at all this potential.
and it smells like a brand new car. So I'm just like,
It's nice
it's so nice to look at because I'm too scared to
to
buy.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel that.
it can be a little intimidating because leather is so expensive. And I remember like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna have to, just for like, a hide. I was, it's like 100 and some, lowest you can get the designer hide, which is like 119, depending on what you get.
Yeah.
But when I actually brought it home and I opened it up, I'm like,
Oh,
oh, it's a whole cow.
it's huge. Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So it's kind of like you just have to like, it's like an upfront investment, but you'll get a ton of bags out of it.
Yeah, and if you use it like sparingly enough and in small accenty kind of places, like you got this.
Yeah. Well, I only use leather now.
I love that for you. I don't have the market necessarily, and like it's so much time for me to like I still don't know my Skyber perfectly. Last time I used it, I ripped through the top layer and I was like, dang it. I thought I remembered everything, like all the little adjustments and settings and all that. So I'm excited to get
Mm,
to learn a little bit more about the Skyber from you,
yeah.
as well as like watching everybody use it.
I feel like you have to have a love-hate relationship with your Skyver. Um, yeah, a lot of user error for me. I had to learn the hard way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, don't do that. Got it. Ruined.
Yeah. Oh, you mean I should not be turning these knots
Yeah.
whatever way? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
man.
But now that I know, it's now I'm like, okay, I just real quickly, and yeah, I can kind of get a feel on what I need to skive and what I don't need to skive.
Right, and especially the different seams. So in our classroom, we have two different machines. We've got the Thor 1541, which is the same machine essentially that you have.
Yeah, no, I have the
Is
same
you-
exact machine. I have the
Okay, perfect.
1541 and the 13.
Oh yeah, the 1341. Yeah, and then we also have 1181. So we are actually sold out of the Thor 1541 spots, but the Juki 1181 will still be able to handle the skived leather, no problem.
And I did we post up the cylinder arm?
We did not. That
Yeah,
one is
I think
available for anybody to
yeah, I
use.
left that one open so that
Yep.
like if the 1181s couldn't handle some of it, we could.
Yeah, like bump somebody over really quick. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. So
Yeah. I think they will be able to, though. I've done quite a bit of leather on mine, but it is nice to know that, I mean, not everybody is going to be sewing at the same exact time as well. We don't, in the classroom, keep everybody on the same page for these kinds of workshops where people are just kind of, kind of going in tandem. Like some people will be using the Skyver, some people will be cutting out, that kind of a thing.
yeah, it's all at your own pace. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when I came, I didn't sew until the very last day, the day I was leaving.
Yeah.
There.
And then you didn't like rush through it, but I've never seen someone sew in the machine that fast. And I was like, dang.
I know. I was like, I told Mika, I was like, I made this bag today. I cut it out and I made it. I'm like, that was quick. Like
Because didn't you say something like you weren't going to finish anything?
Yeah. Well, he was like, yeah, okay. I figured you didn't go up there to sew. He's like, because you haven't been showing me any progress pictures. Like,
Yeah.
I work off of adrenaline apparently.
Yeah.
Panic.
Incredible. So we have for day 2 that we're going to be finishing our Louis leather bags and then kind of talking about product photography or, bag photography, etc. Which is pretty cool. Like getting a little tidbit of that. I know I've seen like the tail end of your photography classes. It's so magical. And I was like, everybody had such a good time. So
Yeah. I yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite things that I like to like teach, just because I know that like it can be very intimidating. And I know I get a lot of like people ask me a lot like, you know, what kind of camera do you use? I was like, I literally use my phone, and I'm sitting right in front of my like front door. Like, and I'm like scooting everything away, making at least that piece presentable. Everything else, hot mess. But
Don't look at that.
yeah, it's all trial and error.
Yeah.
Is what, you know, how I had to deal with it. But I do have like I will give everybody like a little, I guess I'll print it out because I like to print. And
yeah, I like having tactile things and like being able to write notes. So I'm
yeah, so
right there with you.
I have a little like canvas thing that I made for my classes, and it like pretty much is just like a quick guide that you can like, you know, all my tips and stuff that I have.
Perfect. Within the classroom, we also have tons of thread, so you don't need to bring thread. We'll have a good amount of neutrals and solids for everybody, but we also have like fun pops of color if you're wanting that.
Yes. Yes, and that's kind of why we did they can choose their own
yes.
like hardware color, because
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, I'm more like of a neutral, and I tend to stick with like antique brass and gold, you know. And so I know that a lot of people don't really, you know, rainbow is a thing. I
Yeah.
have never been able to venture into rainbow, so
That's
but yeah.
fair. There's so many different kinds of bags, and that's the fun of it. Like whatever your vibe is.
Yeah,
Hey.
and like that's, and you know, like you can with the leather and stuff, like I did like colors like black and stuff, you know, because you can match anything with, so you
The
can always
black.
have those, yeah, those pop of colors and stuff. And so
Yeah.
but yeah.
Perfect. We have a hotel block that is $114 a night. It is up the road from here. It's about 10 minutes, and it is the normal hotel we use, which is Town Place by Marriott. So that link is included on the website when you purchase the ticket. Like I said, we have about 8 spots available. Tickets are $315, but everything is included, and that's a 2-day class. This class is June 8th and 9th. So it's Saturday and Sunday coming up.
Yes, I know. I can't believe it's already the end of May. I'm like, where did it go? Like I was just doing my like January New Year's resolution, like you know, goals, and now I'm like, oh wait, it's May already. I haven't done
Oh,
anything.
no, that's okay. You've been surviving and you've been doing a great job of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
barely. You know, not
We're
good.
getting through it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any more questions or if Monica has any more information she wants to give, we're here. Otherwise, we wanted to keep it short and sweet so that it's easy to catch up on and is all the information you need to have,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
which is
yes,
important for us busy ladies.
yes. Make it as you know, easy and fun as possible to just come out there and just, you know, not having to stress about bringing anything, you know, like accidentally
Exactly.
repeating your patterns, or you know, I mean, for
Yep.
y'all, I'm hoping that I don't.
You got this. You got this. If not, Tandy Leather isn't far. It's on the way from the
You know,
airport.
I'm
No
gonna
worries.
okay, we're gonna take a
um,
field trip today.
yeah, I think it was I think it was 2 weekends ago. Jess from So Many Creations, her class was here, and we had almost everybody didn't bring anything. It was awesome. Like literally, people came in with their purse and their coat, and they sat down and they were like, "I'm ready to go," and it was the best time ever. Because we've built the studio in hopes that people will not bring anything. We want to make sure we have everything you need, and I think even since you've been here, we have even more stuff.
Yeah.
So it's super exciting. Someone asked, how do I find the schedule for the future classes? So if you go to the So Whatever Studio Facebook page or the Instagram, there is a little schedule. Some of the dates have changed just because teachers had things pop up. I'm not 100% sure when the next batch of classes is going to go on sale. It might be June 10th, but it's probably going to be July 10th because life has gotten crazy. And a lot of the teachers are like, I can't get information right now. There's a lot in the works. So, but we do have classes for sale up until August as of now. Oh, thank you, Kira. Kira's posting links. Okay. I'll give it a second for any more questions. Kim, no, it is not cut out already. This is a kit that you will cut, and then you'll learn how to skive the leather with a skiving machine. Monica has a lot of experience with that, and she's going to go over how to use it essentially, and you'll be able to skive all your pattern pieces, and then you'll have extra leather or even scraps of leather that you'll be able to skive as well,
Yeah.
and walk away feeling like super comfortable with the skiver.
Yeah. And like I'm also bringing, like I said, I'm going to bring, any scraps that I have. So like, you can always cut on an extra one,
Yeah, or even if people wanted to do like a little card holder or something, we could cut that out first as like a
Mhm.
quick intro so people are less terrified.
Yeah. Because leather can be a bit intimidating.
Yeah. Evelyn, the hotel is actually in the link for the class ticket. So it's all easy right there. I was about to show you a picture, but I guess I will. So in the listing down the page a little bit is the link here. Just click this. No, it doesn't. So it's a very laid back environment, which is great. We've had a lot of especially anxious bag makers here that are able to take a break. We actually got some couches for like the old part of our warehouse that they can just kind of sit and chill and like
Oh,
just
it's
need a
nice.
minute. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I don't think there was
Yep.
couches when I went.
No, they were in the storage unit. Lisa said, wish I could go. Will there be another class like this one? Absolutely. Yeah, we'll be here for years and years. And as long as teachers keep coming back, we will have them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we'd love to do some other leather classes, and we'll have the Skyver here. So even if somebody wanted to use it on like an open sew weekend, it's here. And I'll know a little bit more how to use it. Brittany, I want to sew leather since either I haven't before, but I sure don't need another thing to do.
Yeah, it's leather is pretty expensive. It's not anything like vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then
No,
I also feel very guilty. I hoard my leather.
yeah.
I'm like, I can't really cut into this. I paid an arm and a leg for it.
Yeah. Aw, somebody said my friend Byung told me she had a blast. Byung was the life of the party here for Shinova's class, so yeah. Someone asked a question, do you sew with vegan leather?
That would be like vinyl, to be honest with you. I would
Yeah.
assume, right?
Yeah.
I started out with, I guess, pleather, like vinyl, and yeah, with vinyl. And I don't do it
Yeah.
anymore. I mean, I could,
You could if you had to, and you would, but
Yeah.
like your preference is leather, which I think is so fun. Just like some people's preference is cork, etc. These all different kinds of mediums,
Yeah.
and being
I mean,
able to
like,
host
yeah, like
classes.
Sonar. She cork is what
Yeah.
I associate her with.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's just synonymous with cork, and that's
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
perfect.
yeah.
Okay, we'll give it just another more minute for any other questions. Otherwise, we'll let Monica get on to the baseball games.
I know. It's the last one.
It's okay. You got this.
I know. I was like so happy when you messaged me. I was like, we're done next week. And then it was like, oh, we have
Rain
2
day.
days Saturday, and we have, because everything got pushed back. And I was like,
Oh man, I love that you were like, and they're actually good, so we have to keep going.
yes. I'm like, it wouldn't be such a big deal because, they were not on the best team last time. They were one and done.
Yeah.
So we went home fairly early in the tournament. And now it's kind of like, we're so close to the season being done. Because we have 4 of them in, I guess the 4 boys are in baseball now.
Oh wow.
So two of the teams, so 2 of them play together, have won, their tournament. So we have 2 rings right now. We'll see if
get 2 more.
Yeah, they're undefeated, so hopefully.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The last question was, what interfacing do you use with leather?
I use SoapUse and SoapUse Plus. That's honestly my go-to. That's all I use. really I just only use Sophie's Plus.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't even have to use interfacing, just depending on what kind of bag I'm wanting. Like if I want like a, a slouchy kind of more forgiving bag, that you can kind of squish if you're like going to like concerts or whatever. Yeah. So if I want a lot of structure, I will just layer the Sophie's Plus. Like, so I don't even use Decovil Heavy anymore. I use Plus. I'll just do 3 layers, sometimes 4.
3 layers.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
I'll do 4. Like if I really want like a sturdy bottom.
Yeah, that's fair. It's inexpensive enough and super structured. Like, that is cool that you can layer it. I've only ever done, I think, 2 layers at a time, but I'll remember that you can do 4.
Oh yeah.
That's
just
awesome.
layer it up.
Oh, okay, perfect. Someone said I travel from Michigan to Florida and we'll be watching for classes. Well, that schedule is posted. I don't believe we're going to be adding any more classes this year. I even looked to see if I wanted to add another class, and I was like, I can't.
I can only do the one that I'm able to do. Because I did one last time. I had like 3 classes, and I was like, I am so wore out.
Yeah, it really is draining because as a teacher, you're like hyper focusing on make sure that everybody is getting the attention they need and is having fun, and that's all on you. So I'm here to share that load with you, so it's not too bad by the end of the day.
Yeah. And I'm not having to, I'm not vendoring either. So like, there's that too. Because then I feel guilty. I'm not at my booth, and people came to see me, and I was like,
yes.
So,
well, feel free to bring stuff to sell. Anything you bring to sell is, all yours to keep. There's no fee or anything. And we've got little shelves you can set up. So if you have extra little patterns or some hardware you want to bring, or even interfacing, like I know we have the samples of your interfacing, but if you want to bring bigger cuts or some of the black, like keep that in mind. You can, or it can just be easy and fun and you don't have to.
Yeah. We'll see. I guess I'll decide right before I'm leaving.
That's fair, because you also have a lot of leather to bring.
And it's heavy. Oh my gosh. It's an arm workout.
Yeah. Well, you have 2 bags on Southwest that fly free, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. One would be leather and patterns. Because I went a little fancy. I bound them,
That's so fun.
Clear, cover on it, and then there's actual back on it. So like
amazing. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It was really fun to get to chat with you again. And thank you so much to everybody else who joined. We hope to see you in class. Tickets are available probably until like the week before, or we might even forget to shut it off because we've had people sign up day of too.
Yeah. And I just
planned for 15.
I planned for 14, right? Is that?
Oh, yes. Yes, it's 14.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I will bring extra.
Yep. All right.
Well, thank you. Have to bring extra because
just in case
they're getting their hardware from you. So
yeah. Luckily, that's not too much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. It was good to see you.
Bye. Thank you.